success story today is about a sugar cane growing outgrower scheme in Tanzania called the Kilombero Sugarcane Growers Association. This association was a project which was funded by ADF following a successful one in the same region called Tibwa Sugar Growers Association. The funding was about 230 million T shillings, which is equivalent to about 150,000 US dollars. And it was supposed to be focused on providing revolving loan fund for inputs, also for buying equipment. I know sugarcane requires a lot of heavy equipment, which is very expensive, so the farmers will not be able to buy. So the funds were used to buy tractors, cane loaders, as well as providing repairing roads, because moving sugarcane is a challenge. The program has been very successful because even without looking at the numbers, you go to Kilombero Township, you can see the changes which are there. There are new houses, new businesses coming up. Kids are being sent to school. Some of the farmers are sending their kids up to even overseas for training. The key success which we have, the yield of sugarcane has increased from 48 tons per hectare to about 58 tons up to now. Number of members has increased from 1,600 farmers at the start of the project to 3,700 now. The product improvement has increased significantly. That is mostly on the sugar content of sugarcane. Sugarcane has a varying degree of content of sucrose in it. We call it renderment. When the project started, it was about 11.5%, but now it's about 12.3%. The target at the end of the project is 12.7%. When the sugar content increases in the sugar canes, the prices increases also. So the price is now has increased by 42%, which has increased the income of the farmers. Actually, the farmers are getting about 1.8 million shillings, which is about 3 times the per capita income of Tanzanians. Another achievement is the CRG repayment. This is one of the projects which is performing very well in terms of repayment of the CRG pledge, and they've achieved 30% up to now. The cooperative has also managed to mobilize enough funds to buy a cane loader, which is a very expensive equipment. They contributed about 50 million shillings, and they are going to buy their own cane loader, which they use to load canes for processing. They've been able to repair all the roads, which are used for transporting the canes from the farmer's field to the factory. And also, because of their management capacity, they've been able to mobilize funds from other institutions, other banks in Tanzania, to the tune of 2 billion T shillings, which is just about $2 million. So they are not depending on the input revolving fund, which was from ADF. Another significant increase is the volume of sugarcane produced as an association. When we were starting, they were producing about 130,000 metric tons, but now they are up to 272,000 metric tons. In short, the cooperative has really met their targets. They've been very successful, and they're expanding very fast. What has made this cooperative a success? And actually this applies to most outgrower schemes. One thing which drives all this, first is the market. Sugar has got a very good market in Tanzania, and this particular company which is processing this sugar and selling has got a very good sales strategy. They sell sugar, they package up to the level of 1 kilograms. as distributing in all supermarkets and also wholesales in Tanzania. That was one of the success factors and a very good lessons learned in an outgrower scheme. Secondly, there was a very good relationship between the association and the processor. It is not all the processors can maintain a good relationship with the suppliers. But this particular one had a very good relationship because they are working in a win-win situation. The processor realized the importance of the association being successful for them to supply raw materials consistent and of high quality. So they are working very closely together. There was transparency and a lot of trust between the two. So which means they are working harmoniously. And also, there was very good leadership. The cooperative leadership, the chairman was a very strong leader, a visionary leader, and of high integrity. So he led the cooperative to achieve all this. Actually, I didn't realize that this cooperative, this outgrower scheme, had these factors before we had replicated the project to another product, which is tea outgrower in Iringa, where the processor, one of his strategy was to buy as low as possible to make profits. So the relationship between the supplier and the processor was not very good, and that the cooperative is doing very badly. So this is what I have to share with you, and the lessons learned are these. Thank you.